Hey guys, welcome to Punky's World. This video is a genealogy video. It is about the book about breaking down your brick walls. We'll show you the book. It is. Hopefully that didn't take too long. So that's the book, and I have notes. Okay. This book says what I've been learning from countless genealogists, which is make sure that you study neighbors, family, close friends, not just your line. Because A, what do others know? B, what do I know? C, gather your records together. 4, analyze the information you already have. 5, analyze data. 6, determine future direction. And 7, make final conclusions. That was 7 steps to take. And search and research are different. You might think that research means to search again. You know, I mean, in the English language, if you see RE in front of a word, it usually means to do something again. But actually, that's not the case with the word research. Search means to look for information or seek data. Research is when you're actually reading the data, writing down, documenting. That's research. I need to look at the census more closely when it comes to my great-grandmother to see if I can figure out the time period she worked, because I know she was a washerwoman, and maybe figure out whom she might have worked for. I need to make the most complete timeline I can for her. I also need to look up the job of washerwoman to learn more about it. I have to see if I can find church records by examining the marriage record more closely. And never, and these are the 10 mistakes. Never lean on one source. And the second one is good for life too. Don't second guess yourself. Hang on to your theory and thoroughly research it. Don't come up with reasons why there may be a mistake in the date, etc. in a record. Sometimes it's the wrong record. Sometimes there is a mistake, but sometimes it's a wrong record. So, and never try to, and I agree with this, some people will take some important colonial person and try to link backward to themselves from that person. Never gonna work. Study one record at a time, organize your documents. And don't try to find the magic document. It doesn't exist for the most part. I mean, sure, you can find documents. I'm trying to think about I'm trying to think here. With my great-grandmother, I'm not going to find this magic document that's going to tell me everything I need to know. Unless I find her birth certificate. But overall, and I found this one interesting. Don't hop from census to census looking for one family in every census. I have been guilty of this. Instead, examine the census to find more than one relative, look at the neighbors. And I have done this. I'll go through a census and find, and just kind of go through, especially around the neighborhood. And I have found other family members that way. And don't just search your surnames is number 8, because you need to search around them. Friends and associates. Again, it goes back to that same thing. And they also talked about migrations and migration patterns. Many ethnic groups traveled in groups. The Irish, French Canadians, Italians, etc. Those were just my list of the ones that I know that tended to stay together. Don't assume records about your don't assume records about your ancestor is contemporary to them. In other words, it could have been written years later. We have records that aren't contemporary, that were typewritten the best they could be off of contemporary records. Would I have preferred to have a photocopy of the contemporary record? Yeah, and it would have saved them a lot of work, but it's just not how most town halls do it. Or sometimes a birth record wasn't even brought to the town's attention until years later. I had a relative whose sister had to go and attest that he was born because his birth was never recorded, and he was trying to get married and he wasn't a person. Sounds silly, doesn't it? And now number 10 doesn't really fit now, but at the time that was written, it did. Don't wait to publish your findings. And I say that doesn't fit anymore because we publish our findings instantly because we have online trees. So people just didn't have those then. So now it hurts. I find it interesting. Excuse me. And I've taken a few things from that, and I want to do some looking around, some searching, some researching on my great-grandmother based on that stuff. Like looking around the census more. I know that one of my father's cousins knew stuff about her, but she was too sick to talk to me, and she died of bladder cancer, and I never got to. She was my father's oldest cousin. She was very close to her grandmother. So, well, that makes me think that Grandma had to have spoken English, because they said she only spoke Gaelic, or Celtic, the Scottish form of Gaelic. Anyway, or Gaelic, not garlic, Gaelic, no R. So yeah, I think that that's going to have to be on the agenda. Probably tomorrow. Because it's getting... Well, it's not late at all. It's just... I don't know. So... I will keep you updated on everything I find. I did write back to that lady and ask her what she found because I haven't heard from her. I am praying that this is the answer. I want to give my uncle the answer. My plan is, I put in a, my plan is to write a genealogy for him. And to have her information in it. So I have to take my medication, fill my pill case, and then fill these tonight. So that's my plan. Bye guys. Thank you so much.